Time for the monthly market update. We'll be looking at the Kona and Big Island market numbers coming up next. Hey, what's going on, friends? Dylan Donaka here. Welcome to the March monthly market update for the Big Island. And as we've been seeing month after month, the numbers have been crazy. And as we jump into the data, again, nothing has really changed. So as we look at this data, this is going to be one of the last months where it makes sense to look back and compare the numbers this year to the numbers last year, because after March, we all know what happened with COVID. Things shut down. The market slowed down pretty significantly through the middle of the year last year. So in March, though, the numbers were still somewhat normal because most of those properties had gone into escrow in January and February prior to the COVID lockdown starting and everything shutting down and slowing down. So comparing this year's market numbers to last year's in March still makes a little bit of sense. So we're going to do that and provide you some context with what was going on a year ago versus a year today. So if we look at the market numbers this month in terms of current units sold, 71 units sold in Kona. This is the Kona market update. That's a 51% increase from a year ago. Condos, insane. There's basically no houses left to sell, so that every single condo is selling now. So 80 condos sold. That was a 142% increase from a year ago in the number of condos that sold. And then land was 19, which is up 100%. Dollar volume up across the board, 300% for condos, land, and homes. Median price way up, 23% for homes. $940,000 the median price for homes in Kona. $425,000, which is a 30% increase for condos, and then $410,000, which is a 21% increase for land. Average days on market. This is an important, interesting number here where the average days on market across the board fell pretty significantly. This is a number that month after month we talk about, usually a lot higher, 70, 80, 90 days is pretty common in our market. But across the board, we're down to 40 days for homes, 58 days for condos, and 157 days for land, which is shorter than it normally is. So big decreases, 52% decreases in the days on market, average days on market for homes from a year ago. And then again, this one is important too. Final list of sold price, almost 100%. We got 98% for homes and condos in terms of the final list of sold price. And that's really not reflective of all the homes that we're seeing sell above asking price. So there are still homes selling below asking price, but the average is almost 100% because there's so many homes that are coming in at or above asking price right now. So market completely on fire, just like it has been, and it's not slowing down anytime soon. On the entire Big Island market, when we look at that, same thing across the board. 33% increase in the number of homes that sold, 100% increase in the number of condos that sold, and an 82% increase in the number of pieces of vacant land that sold from a year ago. So across the board, dollar volume is up. Median price didn't really change for homes, kind of interesting there, but up 23% on condos to $506,000 for the median price for condos across the island. And then median price for land also up 37%. Same thing here for average days on market for land and for homes and condos. Homes down 37% in terms of average days on market, and condos down 23% for average days on market. So we're getting to that kind of 2-month mark where it's usually closer to 3 or 4 months average days on market. And then final list of sold price continues to tick up also. So almost 96% for homes, almost 98% for condos, and 95% for land. So super, super strong. Sellers are almost getting what they're asking for across the island, and that is drug up by the number of homes that are selling or properties that are selling at or above list price. And then I got one more slide in here to talk about, which is really indicative of what's going on and illustrates the insanity in the market right now. And that is the active listings versus number of homes or properties. These are properties across the board. It's not just homes, but properties across the board. So this also includes every single little vacant lot in South Kona or South Hilo, which sometimes sit on the market for years and never sell. So if you took all of those out, these numbers would be even smaller. But if you look at active listings, in March of last year, there was 3,400 active listings across the island, total properties for sale. And there was 754 in escrow under contract. So you see the difference there, the ratio there between number of active listings versus properties in escrow. If we look at March of this year, there are almost 1,596 active listings, but there are more properties in escrow than there are active listings. And this is crazy. So pretty much there's one house under one property under contract for every single listing that's out there. And you can see that we're under 50% of the normal level of active listings already, and almost 3 times as many homes in escrow as we normally see. So that's what's really driving all this activity and prices going up, and homes and land selling for above asking price. So it's really a supply and demand, basic economics, where there's a huge constraint in supply. There's a lot of people in the market looking to buy, and we're seeing that right now, where things that I just looked in the MLS this morning, and there's a ton of homes that came on, this week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, they're already under contract. So they put them out there for a couple of days, collect offers, and make a decision pretty quickly. So if you have any questions about the data or your specific area or the value of your specific property, feel free to reach out, Dylan@buybigisland.com, or you can comment down below wherever you're watching this. And I appreciate you guys always watching, and I'll see you guys next month. Aloha.